What's going on, guys? In today's video, I want to show you why 90% of local businesses will disappear in Google Maps and what you need to do today to keep your rankings or get your rankings. Watch this. Hey, buddy, this one's for you. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. Let's get right into it. So you're either one of these two people. You're either somebody who has hired a couple of SEO firms and they said, just give us 90 days or something, it'll work out, and it hasn't worked out. Or you're a brand new business and you know the importance of ranking right up here in the Google Maps. You know how important it is to rank in Google Maps, this area. Now, let me just explain something. When you ranking in this section in Google Maps, you may only be ranking in the area where you registered your Google business profile. So if you registered your Google business profile at your address, I'll make one up, 1010 Main Street, you're ranking at that address when you type in plumber near me. However, when you drive a couple of miles and you go to a friend's computer or you check it on your cell phone somewhere else, you realize that you're not ranking anymore. So the first thing to start off any good program is a measuring device. This measuring device is called Geo-Grid. It measures how far the proximity, how far you're ranking in your area. Let's go over a couple that I like. The first one is Local Falcon. It's about $24 a month. I have an affiliate link in the description if you'd like to use it. It doesn't cost any more money. This is the one that I use. Bright Local is another one that I use, and once again, it has a grid map. It has a couple other features. Local Viking is another grid software that we use. This one's a little more technical because it works with the Google API. The results sometimes are a little bit different than the other ones, but it is really good. And the last one I haven't checked out yet is called Local Dominator. I have been hearing a lot of really good things about Local Dominator. In order to start any program, you need SEO Grid software. If you don't have SEO Grid software, everything that I'm going to teach you after just doesn't make sense and it's not going to work. So pick one that you like, and let's start off with a grid software so we can see how far you're ranking, and better yet, we can see how far your competition is ranking in your area. So let's start with that. Hey guys, if you feel I've earned a subscribe and a like, please do that at this time. Please subscribe and like these videos. I put a lot of effort into these videos because I really want to help you rank in the Google 3-pack. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. All right, guys, so you have your SEO Grid software, you're ready to go. I assume at this point you have a homepage, right? Or you have some type of website. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is you need press releases, right? You need to get a press release service. Now, a press release service is going to do a couple of things. It's going to increase your visibility. You're going to get backlinks from press release because you're going to be on news websites like CNBC and CNN and Fox, and they'll put you on their website. You'll be able to boost organic traffic. So if somebody does come across that article, they'll click the link and come back to your website. You'll get local citations. Remember, a citation is just an article that has your name, address, phone number, and website on it. So when you write the article, when you have the article written, make sure, this is very important, that you have your NAP, your name, address, and phone number, because some of these press release services go out to hundreds of news stations and they take the article and they put it somewhere on their website. You may be asking, what is it that I want to say? Well, you could have a writer in one of these services, one of these press release services, write about either something new that you're doing at your business, a new person that you hired, new service that you offer. Okay, so we just need an article somewhere between 750 and 1,000 words, press release that's written about your business, and it's put out on a bunch of news sites with the links coming back to your homepage on your website. So for example, if I was writing a press release, I would write, visit us at mindsaw.com. You're going to get immediate exposure from this, from getting a press release service. So you're going to get some traction where Google sees that people are coming to your website, and that's important. Now let me show you a couple of places where you could get a press release. And like I said, don't worry if you don't know what to write. Each place that I'm going to show you has a writer. You just have to probably just fill out a form. My guys do this for me right now, so I don't know the exact process, but you just fill out a form and you answer some questions, and they write a beautiful article for you about your business. But make sure you add your NAP, your name, address, and phone number, and your website in the article. That's really important. So one of the press releases services that we've been using lately is called quantumwire.app. It's fabulous, man. And the thing that I like about them is that this press release stays on news sites, I believe, for 90 days, whereas some other ones, they fall off after about 30 days or so. So this one's a little more expensive, but you get what you pay for, and this is a good one. Now, another one is, and we've used it before, is called Web 20 Ranker. You just come over to Press and Media, and you could order a press release kit. They'll write a beautiful article about your business. Now, look, if you're a little tight on money, or you're just starting a brand new business, come over to my friends at Fiverr and just type in press release distribution for SEO. Seller details, 5 top rated or something like that, or level 1, and get only the best. But make sure if you're located in the US, they're only sending to US, right? You want it sent to US. Make sure it's only going to US. And the other thing you want to ask them is make sure that all the links are indexed, meaning that if you're on, fox.com/Joe's Plumber, for example, article about Joe's Plumber hiring a new service tech or something like that, right? You want to make sure that that article is indexed so Google sees that article. What good is it to get a press release if the press release articles are not indexed and Google doesn't see any of the articles? You just wasted your money. I wasted a lot of money on that. So get your grid software, get your press release. Now we're going to come fool around with your website, whether you have a website or you don't have a website. Let's get onto your website next. So before we set up our website, or we modify our website to rank in Google Maps, we need to make sure we have the proper GMB categories. So we type in the keyword that we're trying to rank for example, plumber, St. Petersburg, or lawyer, New York, or, whatever you're doing. And when you have this GMB everywhere installed, it will show you your competition's GMB categories that they're using. See this right here? Billy the Sunshine Plumber, bathroom remodeler, water softening equipment. We scroll down a little bit more. This fella has a whole bunch, right? So I suggest you don't use any more than 5. It's not a scientific study. I just think that it waters down your categories. So you have your GMB categories, right? And the way that you could see them, once again, is using GMB everywhere. It's a free plugin. It's definitely worth it just to see the GMB categories. It does a lot of other things. So once you have your GMB categories, I'm going to show you an example of a site, and I'm going to show you where to put the GMB categories. In fact, we're going to briefly go over how to set up your website for Google Business Profile. Let's get into that right now. So this is one of the sites that I designed. It's called Soren Law. So let's get into this website a little bit, and let's talk about some of the great things. I'm going to show you why this is the Mona Lisa of websites. Some people laugh and go, it's a basic website. But wait, when I show it to you, then you're going to go, it's like looking at a painting. You're like, yeah, what's the big deal? It's a picture of a woman, right? When somebody explains the intricacies of the Mona Lisa, you look at it different. You go, wow, that is different, right? So we have the logo nice and big over here. But one of the things that I love about that, underneath the logo, is we have the address where they're located. If somebody lands on the website right away, they know where you're located. The next thing, call us. Nice big phone number that's clickable and clickable on your mobile device. The credit cards that they offer, right? Take a look at your website. This is how your website should look. It should look exactly like this. Okay, now let's get into the website a little bit. The first set of links are your GMB categories. What do I mean by that? You see these: plumber, contractor, drainage service, excavating contractor, repair service. Those are their GMB categories. Your first set of links are your GMB categories. Now, your main GMB category over here, it's divorce lawyer. You want your homepage to be about your GMB category. You want your homepage to be where you're from, Staten Island, New York, and what you do. Divorce lawyer. Okay, your whole homepage, all your H tags, everything should be about what you do and where you're from. You can't say feel confident with our services. Take a look at your big tags on your website. They should only say what you do and where you're from. They should say it different. You can't keep putting top rated divorce lawyer. You put different things about Soren Law, Google 5-star rated divorce lawyer on Staten Island, right? Stuff like that you put throughout the website. Nice big H tags. Okay, so your first set of links are your GMB categories. It's not home. Do not, if you have a home button here, you did it wrong. Everybody knows to click your logo. You don't need a home button. Or your first link shouldn't be about us. People aren't coming to your website to read about you. They want to know what you do and where you're from. First set of links, GMB categories. This is the second GMB category, family attorney. Third GMB category, fourth GMB category, fifth, 6th, right? Now, divorce lawyer is their first GMB category. That's everything on the homepage. The second is the first link. If your first GMB category is plumber, it should say top rated plumber in St. Petersburg. Then your first link should say contractor, because that's your second GMB category. And your drop down should be drainage service. See, these are your second, third, fourth GMB categories. I'm sure everybody understands that now. Your second set of links, see where it says practice areas? These are all the keyword pages that you're trying to rank for. For example, you may be trying to rank for 24-hour plumbing service or cabinet installation or whatever you're trying to rank for. Your keywords go here. Guys, if you own an agency, this is how you set up the website. Just steal this template. You may not like these little boxes, or you may not like the design of it, but the structure of it is awesome. That's why it's the Mona Lisa of websites. The next one is areas we serve. Now, what you do is you just go around in a small circle and you pick small cities and towns. Now, where they were located, they were right next to Manhattan, and they had an office in Staten Island. So they were getting some juice from Manhattan and Brooklyn because of where their office was located. All right. After these 3 links, you could put whatever you want. These 3 links. Then if you want to put about us, frequently asked questions, meet the team, make sure that your last link is always your contact us link. People shouldn't have to look around and try to find out how to contact you. I can't tell you how many websites don't have a contact us page. Look at your website. Your last link should be a contact. Your first link should not be home or about us. It should be your GMB categories. Then the keyword pages you're trying to rank. Then the areas you serve. Just go out 3, 5, 10 miles. Don't go out 50 miles. You know, if you're in New York City, you want to go out a couple of 2 miles, let's just say. If you're in Texas, where it's open land, you may want to go out 10, 15 miles for areas we serve. You don't want to go 2 or 3 miles because everything's spread out. I want to show you something also here. I want you to put this on your website. Remember, Google wants to know what you do and where you're from. So what we do here is we tell visitors to the website and Google that we serve Staten Island and the surrounding areas. We don't just put it on text, but then we also write about it, and we use a picture of Staten Island. So you should use a picture of Chattanooga, Tennessee, or Mission Bay, San Diego, or wherever you're from should be on your website. I like this that we do here where we constantly repeat the call to action. It shouldn't only be up on top. You should have buttons throughout the website to say call us now. And the last thing is you want to make sure that you have a GMB map on your website, not a Google map, but a Google business profile map, and you want to embed that map. So that's how you set up your website. Also, if you're a lawyer, if you're a pressure washer, you want to put a picture of yourself on your website. Now, why is that? Because somebody's ready to hire you and they want to know who they're hiring. Who's going to show up doing the pressure washing, right? Who are they going to meet with if they're going through a divorce? They want to know who that person is, right? This is your business, man. You should be proud of this. This is your business. Put your face on your website. All right. So that's everything about website. We got 1 or 2 other things. We'll wrap this up, but I hope you're learning some stuff right now. If you have questions, just put them on the bottom and ask me any questions. So this way I can help you out and I can help other people who have the same questions. Thanks, guys. Okay. So we're going to go over your Google business profile. And we're going to go over reviews. So the Google business profile is basically set up for business owners without any knowledge for SEO. So it's really easy to do. Now, there are a couple of tricks that I've shown in some videos, but right now, we're just doing the basics. We're getting you past the point where if you have to hand it off to somebody, to a professional, at least all the good stuff is done. Right? All the foundation is done. So if you log into your Google business profile and you click edit profile categories right here, then you want to put your description. You want to put what you do and where you do it. And everything else is just pretty easy. Just fill it out. The thing that I want to speak about is your hours. Notice how your hours are on Google business profile. It's not a huge ranking signal. I've made a big deal about it, especially in my early videos, but list your hours the same way they're listed in the Google business profile. Don't just put Mon through Friday, right? You have to list each one of the hours, whether you put that in your footer or you put it on your contact page or both. You need to list your hours just like this. And then clicking these really doesn't give you a boost. Whatever best for you, you fill it out. But one of the things that I wanted to speak about is right here. See where it says edit services? You want to make sure that you have all your services that you provide. Now, this is where I put in all my keywords. Remember my keyword pages that we spoke about before? It was the second category on the website. This is where you want to put all your keyword pages. So anything that's on here, you want to put on your website, and there's a place to put description, okay? So you just do there, writing services. Those are your keyword pages. Like I said, everything is simple. The other thing is add an update. This is where you do your Google posts. Right here, you click this, you add a picture, right? So if you're located in Tampa Bay, you're located in Austin, Texas, you know, and you do plumbing, or you're a lawyer there, you want to put a picture, you want to put some type of picture to show where you're from, you put the description, and then you put a call to action button. Now you want to do your Google business post somewhere between 3 and 5 times a week. That's one thing. Don't let it go stale by not doing it. If you're working with a firm, you want to make sure that they're doing it somewhere between 3 and 5 times a week. That seems to work out best, right? It's just right here. Add update. Put a picture right here, click add description. You talk about what you do and where you do it. You usually want to do for the keywords that you're trying to rank for. So for example, if I wanted to talk about 24-hour plumber, or I wanted to talk about divorce lawyer in Staten Island, I would talk about the services that I provide. You guys get it, right? This is where you put all your Google business profile categories right here. Then you want to put your description. You want to put what you do and where you do it. And everything else is just pretty easy. Just fill it out. Here's the other thing. You see that I have 165 reviews. Guys, if I have a link in the bottom of this description, if you'd like to leave me a review, that's great. Let me tell you why that's really important to you. I'm going to say that I need a plumber. So I see AAA sewer and drain service. It has 34 reviews. I see Staten Island Plumbing and Heating Act. They have 3.9 with 74 reviews. But look at this one, Rapid Router and Plumbing. And why? They have 234 5-star reviews, right? You need to take a look at the keywords that you're trying to rank for. So for each keyword, there are going to be different people in here competing with you. And you need to look at the amount of reviews and the amount of 5-star reviews that are here. Look, if AA Sewer and Drain had 1,000 and Staten Island Plumbing and Heating had 2,000 and this guy had 5,000, I would stay away from that keyword because there's no way I'm going to be able to get that many reviews and compete with them. So even if I show up in the Google 3-pack, who's going to call me with 165 reviews when my competition has 3,000, right? So make sure that are in your league. You want to make sure that you get reviews. I can't tell you how important that is. And it's so easy to do. You just go over to your Google business profile, you click ask for review, you get the link right here, and you give it to people who have used your service. This is how you do it. So this video is done. I hope you guys liked it. One of the things that I was thinking about while making this video is friendship, right? I speak about my friend Darren a lot. I'm going to tell you why I speak about him a lot. And it's something that you may think about and you may reflect on somehow throughout the day. Darren was the type of guy where he could do 5 things for you one day and you do nothing for him. And the next day he'll come back and give you 10 things. And then maybe next week or next month or something, you give him, 25 things and he gives you 3 things. Like, he never kept a list of what you did for me. It was never this for that. It was always like, hey man, I'm going to give you everything I have because I want you to succeed. And I always did that with him. That's what really a friend is. And we're lucky to have one of those in our relationship. And that person may be your wife. I'm sure your wife or your husband does things for you throughout the day. Kiss your kids, kiss your wife, right? So I hope that made sense. It was just something that was on my mind. I'm very fortunate to have good people in my life that help me and that encourage me. And I hope you have that too. So look, you see my cell number. If you want to just text me and say, hey, what's up? Or if you want to just text me and say, hey man, it's appreciated. And I like to know that I'm interacting with people. And I really hope that I'm helping you because that's what I want to do. I just want to help you, man. I want you to succeed in your business and you're going to make a lot of money. And I'm talking to you, right? If you're listening to this, I'm talking to you. This is what I mean. You're going to do great this year. And I wish you the best. And I'm glad that I'm a very, very small part of it. And I'm glad that I'm able to help you. If there's anything that I could do, feel free, shoot me a text and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot.